Com.
Tonight, a multi-state manhunt to catch a killer. Authorities say he gunned down co-workers in the office, then opened fire again in another state hours later. Condolence call controversy, an uproar over what President Trump said or didn't say to the widow of a fallen soldier. An Olympic star's bombshell revealing she too was assaulted by a disgraced team doctor. A scandal rocking U.S. gymnastics. Players should stand. The new message from the NFL commissioner, a new turn in a nationwide debate. Breaking his silence, the first person to confront the gunman in Las Vegas, the hero security guard speaks. A silent cancer epidemic striking men, triggered by a virus usually associated with women. Knowing the signs could save your life. And those who serve. We're kicking off our new series with an extraordinary band of brothers. Also tonight, an alert about one of the most popular trucks on the road.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening and thank you for being with us. We begin with a story still developing this hour, the massive police dragnet along the East Coast tonight. Authorities trying to catch a career criminal who was suspected of shooting a total of 6 people in Maryland and Delaware today, 3 of them fatally. The violence began in a small town in northern Maryland, but the manhunt tonight extends far beyond. The victims all known to the shooter and police fearing he could kill again. Our Tom Costello has the very latest.
It started just before 9 this morning.
Multiple subjects saying the shooter has the granite business.
Shots rang out at Advanced Granite Solutions in Edgewood, Maryland, about 30 miles north of Baltimore. Police say 37-year-old Rady Prince shot 5 employees with a handgun before fleeing. Police were on the scene within 4 minutes and found 3 of the 5 had already died. The 2 survivors are in critical condition.
There's an individual out there on the loose who committed, one of the most heinous acts we've ever seen in our county. Certainly, we consider him armed and dangerous.
Police say Rady Prince, who worked at the company for the last 4 months, had an extensive criminal background. 42 arrests in Delaware alone, including 15 felony convictions. He was last seen driving a 2008 black GMC Arcadia with Delaware plates. Nearly 2 hours later, another shooting, this one in Delaware. Police in Wilmington say the victim and the shooter knew each other. Police then chased the suspect's car, but lost it.
The last time that we've seen this individual today was earlier this morning.
For much of the day, police fanned out across the I-95 corridor from Washington, D.C. to New Jersey, watching highway exits and toll booth cameras, searching for Prince. Police don't yet have a motive for either shooting, but the father of one employee tells our NBC station in Baltimore Prince was a loose cannon.
He's an armed killer out there, so certainly he is a danger to anyone he encounters.
Police emphasize that this suspect has known all of his victims. They do not believe he is targeting random people, but they also admit tonight they do not know if Prince is here in Delaware or some neighboring state. Lester?
All right, Tom Costello, thank you. Now to the public back and forth that has injected politics into something normally seen as deeply personal and solemn. The controversy over what was or wasn't said during President Trump's condolence call to the widow of a fallen soldier, one of 4 U.S. service members killed in action in Niger this month. The president denying claims from a Democratic congresswoman who says she overheard the conversation in which she says he disrespected that American hero and his family. NBC's Peter Alexander has the latest.
Tonight, honor and sacrifice. 4 families mourning loved ones killed in Niger, including Sergeant LaDavid Johnson, a father of 2, whose unborn child will never meet his dad. Brian Black, a Green Beret medic, and Jeremiah Johnson, who loved riding motorcycles. The Wright family has served in the armed forces for 200 years. 29-year-old Dustin, the first to die in the line of duty.
The kindest, the most loving person you'd ever met, and that's the amazing thing about him.
The Pentagon tonight still investigating how the low-risk mission was blindsided, a deadly ambush by fighters affiliated with ISIS. During the attack, Johnson becoming separated from the unit. His body found by Nigerian troops 2 days later. Tonight, his family's pain compounded, they say, by the president's words. President Trump denying a Democratic congresswoman's claim he disrespected Johnson during a call to his widow.
I had a very nice conversation with the woman, with the wife, who sounded like a lovely woman, did not say what the congresswoman said.
That congresswoman, Frederica Wilson, standing by her account of the call, heard on speakerphone.
He said, well, I guess you knew something to the fact that he knew what he was getting into when he signed up, but I guess it hurts anyway.
The president blasting Wilson's story is totally fabricated, adding, "I have proof." That proof, not a recording, but according to Sarah Huckabee Sanders, aides in the room, including Chief of Staff John Kelly. The president earlier invoking the memory of Kelly's son, a Marine, killed in Afghanistan.
And you could ask General Kelly, did he get a call from Obama?
Can you describe how General Kelly feels about it?
I think that General Kelly is disgusted by the way that this has been politicized and that the focus has become on the process and not the fact that American lives were lost.
Tonight, the White House confirms President Trump recently sent a check for $25,000 to another grieving military father after his son, a soldier, was killed in Afghanistan in June. Officials here say it was a generous gesture made privately by the president. Tonight, that father tells NBC News that he's yet to receive the payment. Lester?
Peter Alexander tonight, thank you. And there is wavering this evening from the White House on a health care deal, all but sinking a bipartisan effort to stabilize Obamacare insurance markets. Just yesterday, the president said he was open to the measure. Today, he called federal subsidies to help low-income Americans pay out-of-pocket costs, a bailout to insurance companies. Experts say the uncertainty could result in higher premiums on the Obamacare exchanges. Now to the shocking allegations of a gold medal-winning U.S. Olympian. McKayla Maroney, a star of the 2012 U.S. women's gymnastics team, has publicly accused a disgraced team doctor of sexually assaulting her. It's the latest turn in a scandal rocking gymnastics. Maroney says she was inspired by the wave of women speaking out about sexual assault. Here's NBC's national correspondent Miguel Almaguer.
She won gold and silver at the 2012 Games in London. But McKayla Maroney took perhaps her most important platform on Twitter. The Olympian sharing her story of sexual abuse, inspired, she says, by the reaction to the Harvey Weinstein scandal and the Me Too movement. Maroney accusing her former team doctor, Larry Nassar, of molesting her. This is happening everywhere, she writes. Wherever there is a position of power, there seems to be potential for abuse. I had a dream to go to the Olympics, and the things that I had to endure to get there were unnecessary and disgusting. Maroney says the abuse began when she was 13 and continued during trips overseas. He'd given me a sleeping pill for the flight, and the next thing I know, I was all alone with him in his hotel room getting a treatment. I thought I was going to die that night.
When you hear somebody else tell their story and be so brave, it gives you the strength to come forward and say, this happened to me too.
Dr. Nassar is accused of sexually assaulting more than 100 patients. He's awaiting 2 trials, has pled not guilty, and offered no comment tonight. Maroney says it's never too late to speak up. A champion in the gym, and now an advocate outside of it. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
A new turn tonight of the national anthem debate in the NFL. The league's commissioner says players should stand when the national anthem is played before games, and he also responded to questions about why the NFL declined to change its policy to require that they do so. NBC's Ron Mott has the new details.
We believe that our players should stand for the national anthem.
Today, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell explained why the league is encouraging but not demanding its players stand for the national anthem.
What we've tried to do is deal with the underlying issue and understand what it is that they're protesting and try to address that matter.
Goodell said he has not talked about the players' efforts to bring attention to social issues with President Trump, who has kept the controversy in the spotlight with tweets and comments. Late today, the president tweeted again, "Too much talk, not enough action. Stand for the national anthem."
We're not looking to get into politics. What we're looking to do is continue to keep people focused on football.
Goodell says the league's goal is to get the number of players protesting to 0, but beyond continued conversations, he did not offer specifics on how it hopes to get there.
I don't think the NFL is going to achieve anything with some kind of mandate. The president is tweeting something or saying something about this issue, every few days, and that ensures that it will become a very, very emotional issue, every few days.
The next game, the next protest, perhaps tomorrow night. Ron Mott, NBC News, New York.
Tonight, we are hearing for the first time from the hero security guard, the first person to encounter the gunman inside the Mandalay Bay Hotel in Las Vegas, sounding the alarm about a shooter on the loose even after he was shot and wounded. NBC's Joe Fryer now with his story.
Jesus Campos is breaking 2.5 weeks of silence, speaking with Ellen DeGeneres.
I'm doing better each day.
The Mandalay Bay security guard says before the Las Vegas mass shooting, he was called to check on a door alarm near gunman Stephen Paddock's 32nd floor suite. Campos took the stairs, but the door to the floor wouldn't open, so he took a different route.
There was a metal bracket holding the door in place. That's just out of the ordinary.
Campos says he called for an engineer, then started walking down the hallway when a barrage of gunfire came from Paddock's room.
At first, I took cover. I felt the burning sensation. I went to go lift my pant leg up, and I saw the blood.
After Campos radioed for help, engineer Stephen Schuck showed up, unaware what was happening.
And that's when Jesus, he leaned out and he said, take cover, and yelled at me, and within milliseconds, if he didn't say that, I would have got hit.
At one point, a female guest came out of a different room.
And I told her to go back inside. It wasn't safe.
Investigators say Paddock had rigged the hallway with cameras. Seconds later, he opened fire on the music concert, killing 58 and injuring more than 500. DeGeneres called Campos a hero.
You being shot in the leg saved so many people's lives.
Announcing a sponsor is donating $25,000 to the victims' fund in his name. Joe Fryer, NBC News, Los Angeles.
In Houston today, hundreds of residents lined up to receive disaster relief more than 7 weeks after Hurricane Harvey hit. Harvey and other recent storms caused tens of billions in damage, including an unprecedented number of flooded vehicles. Now experts warn some of those cars may be for sale in your state, and the damage may never be disclosed to you. But NBC News national investigative correspondent Jeff Rawson tells you how to keep from getting scammed in tonight's Rawson Reports.
Tonight, the numbers are still rising from Hurricane Harvey to Hurricane Irma. More than 637,000 cars flooded out and damaged.
And some of those cars ended up here in this flooded car graveyard. Just how many? Let's show you. We have our NBC drone up. We're going to bring you up and give you some perspective. Believe it or not, this is just a fraction of the flooded out cars from Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma. These are only the people that turn their cars into their insurance companies. But around here, over 60% of the people don't have any car insurance. And experts say they could try to resell these flooded cars on the open market across the country without ever telling you there's a problem.
It's obvious from all the dirt and debris this car's been in a major flood, but somebody could come along and for a couple $1,000s clean it up, sell it to some unsuspecting buyer, and everything's great until they're driving it down the road in a few weeks and then the electronics go out and boom, you got a bomb on your hands.
Roger Morris is with the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
That's how high the flood water came up on this vehicle.
That's the water line.
It got the engine, and it also got the anti-lock brakes.
So how can you tell? Because chances are a seller would clean that up. How can you tell? What should I look for if I'm buying a used car?
Well, I want to be on the lookout for things like condensation. Here, see, this car's
lights.
It's had water in there, yeah.
He says there are other clues, too, that a car was underwater, like rust or corrosion on the engine, brand new upholstery in a used car, or sand and dirt in unusual places like deep under the seats. And here's another big tip.
So if you're looking to buy a used car, take the VIN number from that car, run it through our database, VINcheck, at www.nicb.org. It's free, and if that car's been flooded and was insured, it'll show up in there.
But if it wasn't insured?
Buyer beware.
Because for every car in this graveyard, experts say there are thousands more dangerous and on the market. Jeff Rawson, NBC News, Baytown, Texas.
That's a lot of cars and some important information tonight. It was another record day on Wall Street. The Dow closing up 160 points and closing over 23,000 for the first time, finishing the day at 23,157. Still ahead, silent epidemic, a virus most often linked to cancer in women, now spreading at an alarming rate among men, too. Why you may not know you have it until it's too late. Also, police officers striking a chord with kids in their community. Our new series, Those Who Serve. We'll be back.
I can't wait for her to have that college experience that I had. The classes, the friends, the independence. And since we've planned for it,